You're listening to the AfterBuzz TV network, now the largest new media platform on the web, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment.
Very good, Keith. Johnson.
From the AfterBuzz Studios in Los Angeles, California, presented by Markeia McCarty and Bing.com, and streaming live thanks to Akamai Technologies, this is AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show. We'll break down tonight's episode and get you all the latest news and gossip. And now, another post-game wrap-up show for your favorite TV show. It's AfterBuzz TV's WWE Main Event After Show.
Welcome, everybody. How's everyone doing this week? Welcome to AfterBuzz TV. Tonight we are doing an after show for WWE Main Event. I am Tom Connolly, and across from me are two new faces. Well, one new face again. One you've seen last week. With me this week is Scott Narver again.
Hello again.
How you doing?
Nice to be here again.
It's good to see you.
My face is getting a little older each time.
Not that much older.
Just
You're
a little
okay.
bit. Some smile lines.
Yeah.
Forming in.
It's good though. You're not getting too much older. And sitting next to him is Markeia McCarty.
That's right. That's me.
And she is I am welcoming her. Me and Scott are both welcoming her to the main event crew.
Thank you. I really appreciate it. I feel welcome.
Good. I hope watching in the room with us,
And all the hazing, the 4 hours of hazing is over now.
Yes,
so.
absolutely.
Yeah. Hopefully.
I persevere though.
Yeah.
Just some gentle ribs.
And you are a new watcher of WWE.
Yes, I am. Like maybe in the last 6 to 8 months, I started watching WWE.
Great.
So.
But you've watched before. You said you watched before too, though, like years ago.
Oh
So,
yeah.
okay.
What was your era?
Oh, it was IRS. Undertaker, but he's still around.
I love that. IRS was first.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I had a big crush on him as a kid.
Really?
I know, right? I'm more of a face person, but there was something about IRS.
A man that can do your taxes? Wow.
That's pretty good, though.
Stay in school, everybody.
Yeah, definitely. So main event tonight. I thought it was a really good show. It was it was a lot of good matches. Last match was a little short for me, but time constraints. Can only get so many matches in on a main event. But main event tonight was coming from Cincinnati, Ohio. I thought good crowd from Monday. Good crowd kind of, trickled over into this too. Mm-hmm. The first match of the night was Dolph Ziggler versus Curtis Axel with Paul Heyman in his wheelchair and Ryback pushing him to the ring. Heyman and Ryback, I think it's a match made in heaven almost. Or, a love match made in heaven with the way, maybe, but I mean, for now, I think it's pretty good. With that kiss Paul Heyman gave Axel, or Ryback on
There's probably
Raw.
a lot of kisses being thrown around backstage that we don't know about yet.
Yeah,
That's made TV.
My jaw dropped.
I
was
like
not
that
expecting
Lawler
it.
added the smooch when they did the replay. Because there's no slow motion like, mwah.
I just thought that was it was just perfect. It was a great ending to that segment. Just Heyman is a genius. That's all I could say. Mm-hmm. Every week he just delivers, week in, week out.
He's always got something new. And even on main event, when you're like, well, why would I watch that show? There's always something new that he does. New faces, like him and Vince McMahon are in a competition of who has the most unusual reactive faces from week to week.
I always just know it's a bad thing when he's smiling.
It definitely is.
When he's happy, something bad is happening in the ring.
Well, after the last couple of weeks of him just, with his 5 o'clock shadow and, looking so stressed. I mean, he was cleanly shaven and, smile on his face for basically most of the match. Axel was really in control of this match most of the time. And, commentators this week, Josh Matthews, and it was Alex Riley filling in for The Miz after Miz had that vicious beating by Randy Orton on Raw.
Yes.
As they said, he has a bruised breastbone and he had some neck issues. He was, hard. It was hard for him to move his neck, so he was not able to commentate tonight.
Yes, Josh Matthews was very sad about it, but not Alex Riley,
he was not.
who was happy to be there collecting a paycheck. He said no condolences, didn't feel bad at all.
Well, the Miz screwed him over before, so.
Oh. But he's a buddy.
Yeah, I know. He is his buddy now.
Tom, if your neck got messed up in front of your parents in your hometown,
You would jump in this seat and say, "Oh, hi, Tom from home."
I might. Yeah, that's true. I might. All right, I get it, Alex Riley. I get it.
But I thought it was a good match. Ziggler was in control for the beginning part of it. He had a really sweet drop kick, and then he took a nasty spill over the top rope.
Oh, wow. That was just
Yeah.
something else. It's like somersault time.
Yeah. I mean, Ziggler's just a guy, every night he just delivers, every match he's in.
Yeah.
He's just so good at selling.
He's a human slinky.
Yeah, basically. He is, you're
You
right
throw
with
him
that.
downstairs, and it's just
Yeah.
like, wow, what fun.
Yeah.
And then you take him back upstairs
It
and throw him
bounces
down
back up,
again.
yeah.
Man.
And then he also, he went to split out of the ring. Axel took control. Heyman was really smiling as Axel was, beating him down in the ring.
Yeah. Did you see that connection they had when that was happening? It was just, wow. I ran about a 7 on my creeple meter. Like, oh,
Out
no.
of what?
Out of 10.
Oh, okay. That's pretty bad then. If it was out of 100, it's all right.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, Heyman, as much as the last couple weeks was doubting Axel, he seemed to have much more confidence in him tonight than he did over the past couple weeks. Which, I mean, Axel did lose in the match
He's got
Yeah.
right
on
back
Sunday,
there
but
now.
yeah, he does. Yeah, he has his higher protection again. I was trying to think what else happened.
It was watching what looked like a male erotic dancer versus a longshoreman between those two. Like, that's what I thought immediately upon watching. It's like, oh, I'm so glad I don't watch this with my parents anymore. Because they walk in like, what is
Yeah,
this?
especially
What are you
Ziggler with
watching?
his gyrating and
Oh, yeah.
all that kind
Oh,
of stuff.
man.
Zipper on the front.
Yeah.
I don't know. I kind of like that taunting dance that he was doing. Although I did feel like he was doing most of the work for Curtis. Was it Curtis
Yeah.
Axel? Because, the flying elbow to the corner post and somersault out of the ring is just, you're just doing his job for him.
Yeah. Well, that's what Ziggler does. He's good at selling everything. But I thought I like Axel. Ziggler came off the ropes. Axel, threw him in the air. That's kind of a thing Ziggler does. That just like kind of catapult into the air. And just
had a good-
Ziggler just drops right on his face.
10 feet in the air and then just belly
Yeah.
flop onto the ring.
Yeah, wow.
Man, I just never want to take that ever. No.
No, that's.
I don't even want to jump like a foot off in the air.
Belly flopping in the pool feels terrible.
Yeah.
Why would you want to do it in a wrestling ring?
Man.
I don't know. I mean, Ziggler must want to. And then Axel did his. I guess I would say it's like almost a fake out clothesline where he goes for the clothesline.
Right.
The guy ducks and then he slams him in the back of the head. That's one of my favorite moves he does. It's very innovative. I've never seen anybody do that before where it catches them off guard and just really helps them out obviously.
Tom, what would you call this move?
I would the Axel smash. I don't know.
All right, Axel smash.
The switcheroo. I don't know. The Axel
Rapid
switcheroo.
clothesline?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, something like that.
Terrible.
We're just gonna start coming up with all the names for all these
Oh,
moves.
might as well.
So,
We
because
can-
each
we
week
can-
we'll just name everyone's finisher that they don't have a name for.
Markeia, what would you call it?
Distracto arm.
Oh, I like that.
Distracted arm.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's going in.
That can sell shirts.
Yeah.
Did you get the latest Curtis Axel Distractor arm shirt?
He's like,
Yes.
Yes.
It's just like an arm on one side and then there's an arm on the back. And then Ziggler went for. I like Ziggler. Did a splash in the corner. He did his 10 count, which is like, I like how he does it because, the crowd starts chanting and it's like, 1, 2, 3. And then he just goes crazy and everyone's like, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. They just count as fast as they can with them. I like that move a lot that he does though. It just gets the crowd into it.
Yeah. I really appreciated how Dolph Ziggler, he even pumped himself up from the audience reaction. It's just like he was already energized and then he became a flying squirrel mini missile.
Another great T-shirt.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler.
But it's in
Flying
hot
squirrel.
pink.
Wait, what was it? Flying
Squirrel mini missile.
Mini
Yeah.
missile.
Hot pink.
I don't know if that'll fit on the back of his trunks though. I don't know.
He'll make it work.
Yeah,
Just do initials.
exactly. And then Ziggler went from the 10 punches to that neck breaker, which I think it's really interesting because he grabs the guy out of the corner and he almost runs with them, and they have to like run almost backwards with him to catch up with him to do that neck breaker. Which, I mean, you got to be really ready to do that when he comes down off that rope. Just preparing yourself because he does it so fast and it's just so fluid, like motionless or fluidless. When he does that, I just really like that move too.
Yeah, it's amazing how much just physical improvisation, like they're on their toes just like this, the athleticism, it's amazing.
Yeah, the conditioning they have to go through.
Guys, they're trying to hurt each other.
Yeah,
They're trying to get a win.
But they're doing it so beautifully.
No,
Yeah.
it is quite wonderful to watch.
Yeah, and then Ziggler went for the back. He hit a backslide, got a 2 count. Axel got up. He hit the Famouser, which we can rename that something. I'm trying to think what we named. Do we name anything in the room?
We were trying to come up with other names, but the flying squirrel thing,
Yep.
maybe that beats all.
I called it the show off.
Yes.
Something you.
I called it Zigamortis.
Yeah, that's what you called it. Yes, yeah.
A little dark for the PG era,
yeah,
perhaps.
probably, yeah. But I don't know. It can work. And then Axel went for the fisherman, missed it. Ziggler reversed into a DDT. And then Ziggler did something that we never see him do, going to the top rope.
Yeah.
Oh.
Which I kind of thought things were going to be fishy when he went to the top rope, and they were. Ryback interfered, and then he pulled Ziggler down, and then he delivered a vicious clothesline to Ziggler, and I mean,
Yeah, he was out.
Yeah,
He was
his
out
head
then.
slammed right on the back of the
No
mat.
distractor arm there.
No.
Just tree trunk arm.
Yeah. And then Ryback picked him up, threw him back in the ring, and Axel delivered his, according to Alex Riley, the inverted neck breaking DDT.
Yes.
What a mouthful for a
Yeah.
name.
It's a good move.
Yeah, it is. I do like his finisher. Is there any suggestions for that one? I don't know. That one, yeah, we'll have to think about that.
Yeah.
If Axel's on next week,
We have
we'll come up
to
with-
keep people tuning in.
Yeah,
We
exactly.
can't just
yeah.
give all these
yeah,
names
yeah,
in
yeah.
right away.
Mhm. Yeah, we'll do like they
Sorry, Triple H.
did. Yeah. But yeah, so Axel wins. Paul Heyman's happy. Ryback's happy. Their little, faction that they're starting.
I assume Lesnar's happy.
Yeah, probably.
He's probably, eating a deer's flesh
Yeah.
right now, just pleased out in the woods.
Just resting at home,
Yeah.
collecting his
Just
money.
in his cave.
So what would you guys give a star rating on that match?
Well, I enjoyed the high flying. I really enjoyed Dolph Ziggler. There was just so much energy and just charisma and blonde surfer guy. Yes, don't mind if I do. So I was in between a 3.5 and 3.75
Nice.
for that match.
Scott, what would you say for that match?
Well, I found it very ironic in this match that the son of Mr. Perfect was fighting a guy who had ramen hair, which is what Mr. Perfect
Yeah.
had. That was very funny to me. But I would give this match 6 wheelchairs filled with Paul Heyman.
Oh, nice. Nice. Is that out of 10 wheelchairs for Paul
I
Heyman
don't
or
know.
100?
I don't know.
I would give I gave it a 3, a 3-star rating. It was good. It was a physical match. It had some good spots in it. And I mean, I was surprised that Axel got the win. I mean, I guess I wasn't. But after Ziggler got the win over Ambrose on Raw, I was kind of expecting maybe Ziggler to get another win, kind of build up those wins. Because now he's definitely in line for a shot at the U.S. belt. But, I mean, Axel is the Intercontinental Champion, and he does have Ryback and Paul Heyman at ringside now. So
Yeah.
I don't really see him losing that many matches from now on. As long as they're at ringside, I think he could go on a pretty good streak.
Yeah, he's pretty inspired,
Yeah.
let's say, to have the two of them right there. I mean, and just think about it. If he had lost, Ryback's probably going to climb into that ring.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, he's smart. Not like Dolph, who let AJ go and Biggie Langston.
Yeah.
See, that's what you get.
Yeah.
Turning down a beautiful lady. A couple health problems, mentally, but You know, you gotta be smart about these things, Dolph. Invest in your future.
Yeah. He wanted to, I don't know why he thought he did that.
Not smart.
Yeah.
That's what you get. A
Exactly.
loss. A loss on the main event.
But he also gets a title shot sometimes.
Yeah.
Probably
Yeah.
a
Good luck
pay-per-view.
winning that.
Yeah. Yeah, against Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
I don't see that. I don't
He's got
see
two
him
buddies
winning.
also. See, all
Yeah.
these guys are thinking.
I know.
Have buddies around.
Yeah.
That's why we're not getting jumped right now.
Nope, exactly.
There's 3 of us right here. So.
Yeah, no other shows come in and up. In the booth. He stood up and then went, there's 3 of them.
Yeah.
He's going to have to go get Phil. I don't know.
Don't give him ideas to pair up.
There's still 3 of us. It's okay. Don't worry.
Okay. I'm sweating.
And next thing up was a Triple H interview with Michael Cole, which you can watch exclusively on the WWE app. If you didn't know.
Where can you get that?
That app? You can download it online.
Ooh,
Yeah, on
what,
your
the
tablet.
online?
The online,
Well,
yes.
for like
Wow.
$500.
Yeah, no, free.
What?
Yeah.
I have that much money on me.
You just need a phone, tablet, anything.
Oh, no. Can I borrow your tablet or phone?
Yeah, sure. You can borrow it. Yeah, we can watch it after. During the interview, Triple H, it was just a snippet of the interview. Triple H was talking about, Pete Rose, who is banned from baseball. What would happen if Pete Rose, he's banned for gambling on games. What if he was, conspiring with an ump to fix the World Series? What would happen? I mean, he'd definitely be banned then.
Well,
still. And he said, Scott Armstrong, flat out said, Daniel, they caught us. And Daniel Bryan denied it on Raw, as we saw. And, Triple H said, Daniel Bryan is still here because, it hasn't been proven that he, was conspiring with Scott Armstrong, to do the fast count at the pay-per-view so he could win the belt. And then he also said that, at Battleground, it's going to be Daniel Bryan versus Orton in a rematch for the WWE Championship.
The comparison between Scott Armstrong and Pete Rose was so funny to me because, well, what happened to Pete Rose was he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. So that logic makes me believe that then Scott Armstrong will go in the MLB Hall of Fame.
That'd be so random and weird, but it could happen.
It already is random and weird. Pete
no, I think-
Rose is in the WWE Hall
Well, no,
of Fame.
I think he was saying he was comparing Daniel Bryan to Pete Rose.
Yeah, I think that was the,
Yeah.
that was the comparison.
Sorry to burst your bubble.
Well, that again,
But still,
it gets burst off.
we'll just start hashtag Scott Armstrong for MLB,
MLB
Hall of Fame.
Hard body ref, MLB Hall of Fame.
But we get rematch again at Battleground. Daniel Bryan, Randy Orton.
Isn't Randy Orton the one that he's like had a belt? He's been a belt holder for like 10 times or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Too much for you? Too many?
yeah. Well, no,
What,
it's
he's
just
lost
I
10 times?
remember
Good.
because I saw the match between him and Daniel Bryan when Daniel Bryan went flying out of the ring because Randy Orton stepped out of the way, and from that moment I was like, I don't like this guy.
I don't think
he's
most
at
people
10.
like Randy Orton anymore.
Oh,
He beat up the Miz on Raw, right in front of his family. Oh, his poor mom and dad were sitting there. Had to watch it all.
oh, you don't mess with family, man.
Yeah, no. Get well soon, Miz. We miss you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys miss him, but
I don't miss.
I thought that was a good segment. A good segment on Raw for the Miz. I thought he really shined in that segment.
He did do very well in front of his parents, which has to be a weird request. Like, come and be really sad that he really, really, really beats me up, like really, really bad.
Yeah,
And just root for me.
and cry.
Yeah.
On cue.
And be happy that I don't work in an office.
Hey, he was on reality TV, so I
True.
don't think he ever worked in the office.
But I'm sure that's horrifying
Yeah.
for his parents to watch. Like,
Oh,
stop
yeah.
beating him up. Like,
Yeah.
okay, now you'll stop beating him up? And the bell just rang. It's like, oh,
Yeah. Oh.
That DDT on the outside, that was sick looking.
why weren't they interviewed by Michael Cole?
I don't know.
Triple H was. Like,
Yeah.
isn't that more important?
Yeah, I'd like to know what they thought after
Yeah.
watching it, but maybe they tweeted out or, on
Hopefully.
Facebook.
Hopefully the Miz's parents have Twitter accounts
Yeah.
and are now letting their voice be heard.
Yeah, hopefully. I hope so. But yeah, speaking of letting your voice being heard, I think everyone should go check out iTunes, check out The Adventures of Serial Buddies. It's out on DVD now, so everyone should go pick it up. You can also go to iTunes to get it. It's a really funny movie produced by Maria Menounos and Kevin Undergaro. Kevin actually directed and wrote the whole thing himself, which I think is really impressive. That's to write a 90-minute movie and get it produced, direct it. get it out in theater. It was out in theaters for a while.
Yeah.
It's got a really good cast. It has Markeia McCarty is in it. Kathy Lee Gifford's in it.
Oh,
Yeah,
fun.
yeah, she's pretty funny. She's really funny in it. It has Doc Brown, Christopher Lloyd in it.
Oh,
Yeah, which is
sold. I'm sold.
Artie Lang and Henry Winkler is the narrator of it. Yeah,
Yeah, the fun.
It's just really fun and it's really entertaining. And also, if you guys go to iTunes, you can also, give us a 5-star rating. Check us out. Check us out on YouTube too. Leave comments below. Let us know how we're doing. Let us know if you like us and everything good that comes along with that.
Subscribe.
Yeah, subscribe to us
Then you
too.
never have to look for the show. It just comes to you.
Yeah, you can also go to AfterBuzzTV.com too, and you can click on the link there. You can get Serial Buddies, and you can get all the other shows that we do here at AfterBuzz, which are like thousands.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
Ooh.
Basically every show that's on TV, most shows.
Ooh, it's a nice one-stop shop.
Exactly. Yeah.
Good.
But all right, so let's get back to the action of the night. We had Kofi Kingston versus.
Oh, yeah.
Let me let the A's breathe.
Okay.
Fawn. Dom. Go. With the lovely Summer Rae, which she's growing on me. I was really liking the first dancer he had with him before. That was like leading up to like WrestleMania, and then after that Summer Rae took over. And I wasn't a big fan of her at first, but I've been watching her on NXT a lot lately, and
Okay.
I mean she's really good on that, and I think she's really starting to come out of her shell being out there with him. I think she's starting to get more comfortable being out there, and just wanting to help him win matches like
Yeah.
any good manager would do.
Yeah,
or
but
valet.
She's got to be
would do.
careful that she doesn't lead.
Yeah.
Because if she leads, it's over.
Yeah. Well, she does have some pretty big stilettos to fill, though.
Yeah.
I mean, the last dancer was an actual like ballerina,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
classically
professional, yeah,
trained.
mhm.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. And I don't know if Summer Rae ever had professional or any dancing, but I mean, she holds up well. I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
if I just
She has
tuned in,
elegance.
yeah, she
Yes.
does. Yeah,
It's a beautiful stage
Yeah.
picture with her arm just as so.
she has elegance, but then she turns into like. I'm trying to think of the word for it, but she turns kind of like
beast.
nasty. Yeah, when she gets to the
demon.
ring. Yeah.
No, I'm kidding.
Not a demon. Not a demon. No,
He's
no,
a
no,
demon.
no.
Goodness.
She just gets that like heel side, nasty side out of her when she gets down to the ring and the match actually starts. That's when she like
Snarkiness. She
Yes,
has some
exactly.
snarkiness.
That's it. That's a good word for it. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah, there's a touch of snarky there, which I kind of respond to in female wrestlers are the. I guess she's a compliment to Fandango.
Yeah, she's like his valet. She also does wrestle too, but she hasn't wrestled in up in WWE yet. She does it in NXT,
Okay.
which is like the development. So
Tom,
I mean,
are they boyfriend girlfriend
I don't. Do you mean in real life or?
or anywhere?
I don't. I mean,
Wrestling is real life.
okay. The way he grabs her and holds her.
Right.
I mean, they have chemistry there. If they're not together, they have really, really good chemistry together.
That
So-
might be part of the dance. You
Yeah.
know?
I mean, I don't know. When he comes out shaking his hips, maybe she just, she just really likes it, and she
Yeah.
just gets mesmerized by
swoons.
Fandango.
his hips do hypnosis.
Yes, yeah.
Hypnotic swing.
Which when he got in the ring, he jumps in the ring, and I think he has one of the longest entrances of anybody. Which I know he milks it, getting down to the ring, lifting her up. He has to pose. There was no Michael Cole calls it like the light bright thing behind him tonight.
Right. The big structure
Yeah.
that then has the outline of his body.
Yeah.
that lights up.
But yeah, I mean, he finally gets in the ring after 3 minutes of getting down there, and he starts doing his little, hip shake, and Kofi just
Yeah.
looks so perplexed, like really, I'm wrestling this guy tonight. And then so it got right into it. Kofi kind of took control most of the match. They did this awesome. Fandango went to it was almost like not a leapfrog, but almost like a catapult, and Kofi was able to flip and land on his
Yes.
feet.
Oh,
Like,
that move.
That was awesome looking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was kind of Nightcrawler meets Energizer Bunny. I absolutely enjoyed it. The whole flip over.
Yeah.
Yeah, taking the guy, I'm trying to remember the name for it because JR used to call it all the time. But yeah, taking a guy and then not
Like not like a monkey
slingshotting
flip or
him.
something.
Yeah, it's the monkey flip.
Yeah, okay.
And then, yeah, but Kofi lands on his feet.
Yeah. I was like,
They showed it several times.
Yeah, and
it's worth watching. You gotta see it.
Yeah,
It's
and
very impressive.
the way he came off, he was almost going sideways, like he wasn't gonna land, because most of the time they like flip them and they just kind of go right back up or land right on their back. I mean, he was off to the left, off to the right, and he was still able to land it, and then he delivered like I think he came right back after that, and just I think he just did a kick to Fandango, but I mean that was impressive to me.
I'd kick a guy too if he was trying to monkey flip me.
I loved how Kofi he turned the mat into like a bouncy castle.
Yeah.
It's like there was no way it's that bouncy, but watching him, it's just wow.
And
Yeah.
he kept his shoes on.
Yeah.
How cool is that in a bouncy castle?
Oh man, Kofi.
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Yeah, I love the upbeat smack talking that he was doing.
Yeah.
Like you could even hear
Yeah,
it through
yeah,
the
yeah.
camera, see
Yeah.
it in his body language.
Yeah, he was on fire for this match, and then he went to slide out of the ring. He missed Fandango. Fandango went to throw him, into the apron, and Kofi jumped through the bottom rope into the ring, got up and he went to run. He was gonna dive onto Fandango outside and did his fake dive where he presses his shoulders against the ropes and bounces back and stays in the ring, which. You got to practice that a lot.
Yeah. The first time you want to try that, and you go, oh, no, that didn't work. Oh, no.
Yeah, I'm sure he fell out of the ring many, many times doing that. And then he, showed off his own dance moves. Kofi did.
Oh yeah.
That really pissed Fandango off. He ran in the ring, and then Kofi just threw him right back over the top rope and right out of the ring, which I thought was a good little spot there. Kofi ran back against the ropes and then did the dive through the middle rope onto Fandango on the outside, which that move, every time I see it, I just don't know how they do that every week. Like Daniel Bryan does it every week, sometimes multiple times in a match, and to be confident enough to be like, I'm just gonna run against these ropes and just dive out of this ring and hope I land on this guy. He catches me.
It's like my body is a lethal weapon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna fling that around.
Yeah. I just think that move to me it's a simple move, but it's impressive to me watching
But
from
yeah, to
home.
clear the middle ropes. I mean, it's
Yeah.
one thing if you were so good at jumping and you could clear the top rope and the confidence in that, but then to go, I'm going to make it through the ropes each time, and you never have your foot just drag a little bit, because if it catches, then you go
Yeah.
Yeah.
Straight
Face
down.
plant.
Yeah, that wouldn't be good.
But this match was really great. It was really fun. Like, this is the quintessential house show match you want to see. If you go live,
Yes.
like, this is what you want to see. Just entertaining from the get-go, super fun, and the crowd having a blast. Like, they just built
Yeah.
and built and built. And this was a match where I pictured some kid watching and getting hooked. Like, this is a match that a kid would see this and just watch every week and tell his friends, like, oh my gosh, do you know who Kofi Kingston is? Watch. And then...
Definitely.
Like
Yeah.
this is one of those matches that taps in like the 8-year-old in you.
Yeah.
Right. They'll have them at boom drop.
Yeah, Kofi did get the boom drop on Fandango. He went for the Trouble in Paradise, missed it. He then did a springboard clothesline on the Fandango. Then Fandango hit him with a spin kick. Kofi kicks out. They went back and forth with the punches. The crowd was definitely getting into that part too.
Yeah.
It was kind of almost like a little small chant of like the, yes, no, which is like, most of the time it's for the, top talent like Daniel Bryan and
Right.
those matches normally get that kind of stuff. But like you said, the crowd was really into this. They had a "You Can't Dance" chant. You said for Kofi.
Yeah, that was for Kofi.
Definitely.
Kofi
Yeah.
can't
Not
dance.
Fandango.
Yeah.
No, he can definitely dance.
Oh,
He
yes.
dances to the ring.
Yeah.
How could he not dance?
And then Kofi hit the SOS. Fandango kicked out. You had some interesting words about the SOS.
The SOS is always so strange to me. It looks like Kofi DDTs himself when it happens. I mean, I see that the move, it happens. I always think of what Bret Hart says too, like don't do any moves you wouldn't do in a bar fight, which Bret didn't always follow.
Yeah.
But that is a move where I go, how would you do that in a bar fight?
Yeah. I don't know about Bret Hart running, chest first into the turnbuckle.
Well, he's,
I mean, maybe he gets
he's
thrown in.
diving over a jukebox.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But yeah, so the SOS, he kicked out, and then Kofi was in the corner. He hit Fandango with kind of like a drop kick, holding himself on the ropes. And then out of nowhere, hit the Trouble in Paradise, and Kofi gets the win. Yeah. I thought it was a really good match, really entertaining. Crowd was into it. What would you guys give a star rating for this match?
Oh, well, this one I gave a solid 4.
4.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
I love the Nightcrawler agility. I mean, Kofi's agile opportunist, and I loved it. That plus Fandango's spectacle, they had me.
What would you give a star rating for this?
I would give it 8.5 boom boom booms.
Nice. I can't wait till next week, or the next match, and then next week when you come up with another star rating of how you're gonna incorporate somebody's move into this.
It's the scale.
I was gonna give this. I gave this a 3.5. I thought it was high flying, fast paced, very good high spots, just overall entertaining. And like you said, this does get people hooked. And I think both these guys showed that they are capable of putting on a good match and moving up the card. And I mean, Kofi, I think one of these days, hopefully he will win either the world or WWE belt. I just think he needs that push, and he needs a little tweak in his character, I think, to get to that level. Which one thing I would always think is I would like to see Kofi turn heel, because we never seen that from him. I think it'd be really interesting to see how it plays out. But
well, yeah, I was going to address that with the next match, because I think there's another individual in the next match that also needs to be three-dimensional, because Kofi's a guy they'd never given another layer to, like that trust of like what Mick Foley is. Mick Foley as the person, or even John Cena as the person. Kofi, you don't really know anything about.
Yeah.
They just don't share anything about him, so you don't have too much to care about. You see his moves, you see what he does in the ring, and that's
moves.
Exciting. But beyond that, you don't care. Now you saw Miz's parents. You saw them, and you saw what happened. You care more. Kofi's been a guy that's just been flat on that level, but it's not his fault.
No, it's that they haven't given him the right materials or the right storyline at least to get him into there. He wins the Intercontinental belt at least once a year, or the U.S. belt once a year.
To reignite that little bit of care.
Yeah.
But that's the beauty of this show Main Event, at least, is that these guys get time. Like, this match was perfect for, you generally don't see this type of match on Raw.
No, definitely not.
And you get to see them go. You get to see them tell their story, and then you decide whether or not you like this guy. And they did. They did a great job at it.
Yeah. And one thing you were saying where they don't really give Kofi the time. If you ever check out the CM Punk DVD, I think it's like the best in the world.
Right, when
they do like a little
they're playing video games.
Yeah. I mean, right there is a perfect little like 5-minute little thing with him, where you see his personality, and you just see his charisma, and just him having a good time, and just having fun with CM Punk on his bus, on their bus.
You see them playing Street Fighter, and you go, I love Street Fighter. Kofi loves Street Fighter. Yeah, it's something right there.
And it was awesome that did he beat CM Punk? Did you see it?
I think he beat him with Zangief?
Yeah, which he never did before. Yeah. And it was like, I guess it's impossible to win with that guy. And he
not
beat him.
very easy, no.
Yeah. And he was just like going crazy. It was just like, it was really funny. It was a good segment that they had on there. But okay, so back to, they did a recap of Raw with the Dusty Rhodes segment with the Big Show. Him coming out saying, he wanted to get Cody's job back. Stephanie come out, telling him, well, we have one spot open, and it could be for Cody, but it could be for Goldust too. And who's going to decide this? Not me, not Triple H, not the WWE Universe, but you, Dusty.
Oh.
And he told her that she can go straight to hell.
Emphatically.
Yes, he did, yeah. He was like, Stephanie, you can go straight to hell. No, he didn't say it like that, but I can't do a Dusty impression.
He let the ease breathe in that one.
Yeah, that voice came from the basement and was filling the rafters.
And and then Stephanie, Shield comes out, surrounds the ring. Stephanie gives him a choice. Either you get dismantled by the Shield, or she has another option. Some guy sitting in the back doing nothing all night. Doesn't have a match. But she told to sit down and do nothing until she talked to him. Told him to come out. The Big Show comes out. And the Big Show, hard up for money. He's broke. Needs to do
From
whatever he
what?
can do.
What is
that
he
strip
broke
mall
from?
didn't work out well, I guess. Oh, he got suspended on SmackDown, so he didn't get paid for SmackDown last week. So
Oh, goodness.
he had to
He's
make
just
up for it
ordering
somehow.
everything extra large and no gratin. Like, this is the problem, Big Show.
His tears aren't selling well.
No, I guess not.
There was such conflict there.
Yeah.
Oh man, I really felt for the big galoot. I'm like, you poor guy.
This is crazy. This is one of the crazier things I've seen on wrestling in a long time. They brought in the dad of two guys that don't work there, that are fired. And then they said, you decide which one wants to work here. And then he said, no. And then it's, all right, you're going to get beat up by either three guys or a giant. And that was fine. That was okay. No lawsuit is apparently coming. You have a lawsuit on your hands, Dusty. They could both work there.
He could get a job there. More.
This is the world.
He could own. He could be
He
the
could be a
owner.
partner,
Yeah.
He could be the coup.
Yeah.
God,
The
this,
coup.
This is so crazy. I love it.
Yeah.
How when you just sit back
When
and
you
go,
say, like, I didn't
"Wait
even
a
think of that.
second."
When you just broke it down like that, I didn't think of that at all. When you said that, like, I was just like, it's a good angle. I like it.
Yeah.
When you break it down,
his
you're like,
son,
what?
Cody Rhodes and his other son, Gold Dust. I don't even need to explain Gold Dust, like,
Yeah.
of what that is. And it's like, which one works here? Well, then you're getting beat up, old man. I love it.
Like, why
It's
didn't you just leave the
crazy.
ring?
Yeah, get out of there.
Right. You don't
I
have
guess they
to
would've
choose
ran after him, but-
don't have to choose the lady or the tiger.
Yeah.
So,
But seriously, this feud between the knucklehead and the chaperone is reaching a fever pitch.
Yeah. I'm excited. I can't wait to see when the Big Show explodes. It's gonna be monumental.
yeah, it seemed like there'd be some serious repercussions from this. Just like he's like, "I'm sorry, Dusty. I'm sorry. I'm sorry." And I just feel like something's gonna happen because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, and they said that Dusty, his TMJ was knocked out of place, but he's just has some bruising. And I don't know what TMJ
I don't
is.
know what
I think
that
it's the
is.
mouth
It's the
jaw.
mouth jaw?
I
Okay,
think it's the
yeah.
mouth jaw.
Temporomandibular joint disorder.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
We were way off. The mouth jaw sounds easier.
I'm not a doctor.
No, me either. But I mean, I really like this. I like this angle. I like to see where it's going. I like to see, if Dusty shows up again. Maybe.
His TMJ's out of whack. How can he?
I don't know. But
I'm surprised the crowd is still as behind the Big Show as they are, which is refreshing and neat to see. I thought they would have given up by now, but
Yeah.
they're still pulling for him, which is great.
Well, talk about dimensional characters, though. I mean, just with him coming out, he didn't want to be there. He didn't want to do this, but he had to. And just, you can feel, you have sympathy for him. He has hubris all everywhere. So it's like, yeah, you want to see where this character's storyline continues.
yeah.
I liked it.
Because he's been forced to punch an old man in the face.
68-year-old guy in the face.
Oh,
That was his job for the night.
Yeah.
That's what they paid him
Yeah,
for.
yep.
A man that doesn't work there, punch him in the face.
Oh man. I just.
Wrestling is great.
Yeah, it is.
Yes,
And I mean, I
yes.
think this is one of the best Big Show storylines they've had in a while. That I'm actually vested in seeing, what happens and what takes place next week. Because I think it's definitely leading, I think, to a match between him and Triple H, either at a pay-per-view or somewhere down the line, which I think would be really good.
That'd be incredible. I'd love to see that.
Because I think Big Show, when he came back this time, I think this is probably the best shape he's been in too, and he's just got he's got the crowd behind him. The crowd hates Triple H. They are gonna they're gonna pay that money at that pay-per-view if it's at the pay-per-view or whenever.
And even the build, too, like him
Yeah.
going through whoever Triple H throws in front of him all
Yeah.
that while, is going to be a fun payoff as well.
It is definitely going to be a payoff. And speaking of payoff, we have in our next match someone who didn't get a payoff or didn't take the payoff on the pay-per-view on Sunday.
No.
I don't know why. We were all kind of
Well,
shocked watching it
we were
here.
told why.
Yeah, we were told why. Alex Riley told us why, and I will get to that after the commercial break. Which he made us wait. But it was the uncrowned World Heavyweight Champion, Money in the Bank winner, Damian Sandow, versus the high flyer, Justin Gabriel, which is good to see Justin Gabriel in a match on Main Event. He was in a match a couple weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
So it was. I like. He kind of, like you said, he's kind of almost like the king of main events sometimes. Justin Gabriel.
Yeah.
He's on here a lot, I think.
Yeah, and I had not gotten to see Main Event that much, so it is neat to watch the show and go, oh, there he is.
And I'm not sure if you're familiar with Justin Gabriel.
I'm not actually. I just he made a really good first impression with me with his T-shirt endorsement. Show the T-shirt, throw it at your opponent.
That's always good. Don't throw it to the crowd. You got to save that.
Yeah.
He's got to wear it next week.
Right?
Yeah, it's like, oh, could you take that to the back? That's seriously $25. They charge me for pop. I don't get a discount. I don't know what that's about.
But yeah, with at the pay-per-view on Sunday, Del Rio knocked out by the Man Terminator. I really thought we were going to at least see a tease from Sandow. Didn't see anything. Saw a tweet from him about 10 minutes later of how much longer am I going to have this Money in the Bank briefcase? Hours, minutes, seconds?
Forever.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's going to have it for a while. I think it's going to be a slow build with that. Because Randy Orton cashed his in, a month later. I think it's always good to have that Money in the Bank floating around, in the wings, waiting for that person to cash in.
I would love to see someone, and Sandow is one of those guys, like I mentioned last week. I love to see somebody that plays the fool, that is willing to look stupid from time to time. It'd be so great to see a character like him constantly trying to cash it in at those moments, and something happens where then he backs out to do it and then runs out of time, like is slowly running out of time, and is coming to the next July and like trying to find those moments and like, oh no, there's other guys around, or no, he woke back up, and having to face the fact that he's going to run out of time if he doesn't use it soon by trying to be so smart and pick that perfect moment.
And Christian comes to mind when you said that.
Oh yeah, Christian's great. Like
Yeah.
Really enjoy him.
he would be great at that too. Like he embodies that just cowardly guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I think he's eventually gonna. I would like to see a cash in at WrestleMania because we've never seen that yet. That'd be something different. Be the first person to ever cash in at WrestleMania. But I do like the idea of the time running out. I thought they were going to kind of almost do that with Ziggler, because Ziggler was getting kind of close.
That took a long time.
But then right
to
after
do.
WrestleMania, the night after.
Right.
Which that was awesome.
Yeah.
That
was such a fun night
Oh,
that night.
yeah. I wish I was at that Raw.
Yeah.
I wish I was there live.
I think that's going to be one of those stories where everybody goes like, I was at that Raw.
Yeah.
I was at that crazy New Jersey Raw.
And you'd be like,
"Were
damn,
you?"
you're so lucky.
I've heard, it sounds like I've heard more people say that than we're actually there.
And then, so let's get back to the match on hand tonight.
Yeah.
It was a short match, about probably like 3 to 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not long. And Alex Riley's his explanation as to why Sandow did not cash
Drum
in
roll.
was that he is too dignified to take advantage of someone that was hurt in the ring.
Right.
So that was why he didn't cash in.
Yeah.
Which
Smart guy.
it plays to his character,
Yeah. Doesn't take advantage of a vulnerable champion. So.
like everyone else has.
Yeah.
He's so smart, but he's not smart about that.
Yeah. Well, he's the intellectual savior. He has to save us from
yes.
ourselves.
Yeah.
He has to save us first.
Yes.
Then he can cash in and save the WWE.
He should really sell soap. Because he calls us the unwashed masses. Like, he should really have his own line
He'll
of
come out
soap.
with a bar of soap.
Yeah, and sell it on
Yeah.
WWE Shop, like Sandow soap.
That's a great idea.
It can. You can have. WWE, you can use this idea.
Yeah.
You can use it.
I would
whatever.
like a percentage.
Okay.
Yeah, they could have
Triple
different.
H.
Scott will take a
Triple
percentage.
H, I'd like a percentage.
They should.
Please
They
don't-
can make.
Please don't have Big Show punch my dad.
No, he won't. He won't.
Okay, thank you.
They can make bars of soap into the Money in the Bank briefcase, and that's
Ooh.
what he can sell.
There you go.
And wait for it. One of the aromas would be sandalwood.
Oh, nice,
ladies.
nice. But I mean, yeah, like I said, it was a short match. Sandow, he did the Kopito Akiet, the elbow of disdain.
Very nice
I know, I'm
pronunciation.
surprised I said it right.
Hey.
I had to make sure I wrote it down. I spelled it out as I would say it. So I was like, I don't know how to
Kobe
spell it.
toes.
Yeah.
Acquittal.
Akiet.
Yeah, phonetically out.
Yeah, and then Justin came back, hit some, kicks to the head, punches to the head, did a nice springboard body press onto him in the ring. And then Justin Gabriel took him to the corner and, out of surprise to me, hit him with a rock bottom. I don't know if you guys noticed that.
Yeah.
To set him up for his move, which I was kind of
He
shocked
didn't go
by.
down with them.
Oh, yeah, he just kind of
Right.
like, he
Yeah,
kind of lifted
I'm
him up and
done
like,
with you.
he almost like swept his legs out at the same
It's
time.
an STO. There's another form of that.
Oh, is there? Oh, okay.
I've heard of the Japanese move where you just basically don't go down with them.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, basically a rock bottom where
Yeah.
you just don't fall down with the opponent with that impact, that you just dump them.
Yeah, and he set him up in the set him up. Sandow was out. He went up to the top rope. Gabriel went for the 450 splash. He didn't miss. Sandow moved, and he landed on his feet.
and then did a roll
Yeah,
through.
Yeah.
which I thought was cool. I mean,
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
impressive
that's
in and of itself
super
to do
impressive.
that.
man, to do I mean, he didn't do it with 450. He did just a regular flip and landed on his feet, which I mean, that 450 splash is awesome to watch each week when he does that. Just I love that I love that finisher. And Sandow comes in, and I think this is a new finisher for Sandow. It's called the silencer, where he kind of gets them in a headlock, lifts them up, and slams them on their back, and he pinned them in. Sandow with a win, which is a shocking win for Sandow because he doesn't win much anymore. Ever since he won that Money in the Bank, it was I think he's about 0 for 30.
He's been saving
matches.
up his energy.
I guess so. He must be. He goes out and wrestles every week, but he's like, I'm gonna wait till I cash this in, and that's gonna be my final big win.
Yeah, a champion can win at any
Yeah,
time.
exactly.
I don't remember. Does he usually does his own outro?
Yeah, he's been doing that now. Yeah,
well,
even if he loses, he does that too. Yeah. So if he beats someone, that guy's the music's playing. He walks up the ramp.
Just a reminder.
Yeah. I am still the uncrowned world
So the kids will
heavyweight
be like,
champion.
yay! Oh no!
I'm trying to think who he went against. I think it may have been Kofi or something. He went against it, and Kofi's like walking up the ramp, and whoever he went against turned around and looked at him like, really? You're gonna do this right now? Oh no, it was R-Truth.
Yeah.
R-Truth.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
R-Truth just stopped on the ramp and was like, man, I
what?
haven't won in a while either. Yeah.
But yeah,
Don't take the glory, man.
Yeah.
Let me have the walk up the ramp.
At least wait till it gets to the back.
yeah, true.
But I mean, I thought it was a decent match for the last match of the night. It was a little short for me.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have seen it go longer.
And Justin Gabriel is the other guy, like Kofi. There, it's just not three-dimensional. Another guy where let me know something about him. Like, give me some story to care, because he's just a guy that jumps around the ring.
Yeah, and I mean, I know he's from South Africa,
Yeah,
and that's about
interesting.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, that's the only thing I know about him. And I mean, I think he's a really good wrestler.
Yeah.
And he puts on good matches in the ring.
Yeah.
But you're like the same thing. Like he needs to talk. He needs a manager.
Yeah.
He needs something. I think he'd be good in a tag team. I think he was tag teaming with
Tyson
Kidd before.
Yeah.
And I think he may be coming back soon, Tyson
Okay.
Kidd. So maybe the tag team division is building up a lot
Yeah,
in the last month or two. So another tag team.
be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe put the two of them together and they develop personalities.
Yeah. I think you just need some backstage segments with the tag teams or with these people.
Yeah.
Just a little something, have them interact with, Brad Maddox or Triple H or, just something little that shows a little bit of their personality, gets the crowd behind them even more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just gets
Bring
them
in
over
a
a
really
little.
old man, beat him up.
Yeah.
Anything.
Let's just bring in everyone's dad and they'll just,
Yeah, just
they'll just punch him each week.
Right.
knock him
Big
out.
Show knock
right.
someone
50
else out.
splash him.
Yeah, exactly. Big Show up on, knock him out. He'll
then-
hit the 450 splash.
And then
Kobe will
polka
hit the
dots
boom
will go
drop.
flying
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. And finish off with a flying squirrel mini missile.
So, what did you guys think of this match? What would you guys give it a rating?
I actually gave it a 2.5 to 2.75. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
a bit short for me. It was interesting, but I wasn't really feeling it except for Sandow.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I would give it 2 hallelujahs.
Oh, nice. Okay. Yeah, I wrote down 3 here. I don't know why. I think I was just at the end, just hit 3. Yeah, I would say it was a 2.5.
It's probably the outro is what sold you on that.
It
other
must. Yeah.
0.5.
Yes, it did. It bumped it up at first, or at the end. I always love his outro. Is always good to me. It always makes me laugh. It puts a smile on my face at the end of the match. Even if he loses, I can at least go, oh, well, at least he made me laugh at the end. So I'll give him an extra 0.5. But that kind of wraps us up for a main event this week. So, what did you guys think of the show? Good, bad,
I enjoyed it.
good. Yeah, I thought it was good
Yeah.
It
too.
was a really solid show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was getting heated during
You were.
parts of it.
You were yelling.
Yeah, I yell at
It
the
was like
screen.
you were there.
Yeah. But yeah, so that does it for this week's main event. Check it out. Check us out next week. Be here same time, 11 o'clock on Wednesday. I don't even know what day it is. So where can we find you guys? Do you guys have a Twitter?
Yes, at Markeia McCarty.
Okay. Scott.
I am at Curtain Jerks.
Okay. And your podcast.
Yes, I have my podcast, Curtain Jerks Podcast. It's a comedy wrestling podcast. And this week we have special guests Ashley Six from Toronto's Fight Brand and the tag team up and coming Monster Mafia.
Nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. Everyone check that out. And you guys can find me. I'm at Tom the Com on Twitter, and you can check me out on Abby's Ultimate Dance competition, and well, Dance Moms is over now, so you can't catch checking me on that, but maybe next season with Dance Moms.
Man, look
And
out, Fandango.
I know.
Tom's coming for you.
All right, see you guys next week.
From Bing.com, executive producers Markeia McCarty, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.